Hello and welcome to my NFL Week 11 predictions. These are like my highlight games of the week, the big games and whatnot. And before we get started, I would like to say thank you for all the support. You know, this channel is growing a lot faster than I expected it to. So I just want to say thanks. If you like this type of stuff, consider subscribing and liking because that makes you a super epic cool person. But anyways, we shall get right into it. Oh, also a disclaimer. Titans and Packers was played yesterday. I had to work, so I wasn't able to make the video yesterday. So we're just going to leave that game out since it was already played. And another disclaimer, I don't know any of the weather on these games. All I know is that the Bills game was moved to Detroit. So if there's like weather and stuff like that and y'all are like, dude, that prediction's wrong. It's literally going to be like crazy snowstorm or something. My bad. I don't know. So let's get into it. First, we have the Bears at the Falcons. The Falcons, they kind of just sucked last week against the Panthers. They kind of just sucked. So, and the Bears lost a close game to the Lions. Yeah, the Lions, but Lions have been playing pretty decently recently, and the Bears have too, but the Bears ultimately lost because of a missed extra point. That game could have gone into overtime, and Justin Fields threw a pick six, but bounced back with an insane run, like his second insane run in a row. Like, he's recovering a lot, the team's recovering a lot, so I'm going to say that the Bears will take this one, not by a whole lot, but they will maintain this game throughout. And the Falcons are ultimately just more of a mess than the Bears are right now, in my opinion. Browns at the Bills. This was the game that was moved to Detroit, and I don't know. It could still snow there or what. I don't know. But honestly, the Browns are just all over the place. They either kill or get killed, and I'm going to say they are going to get killed by the Bills. The Bills just lost to the Jets, and then they had an insane game against the Vikings in which they lost. And their fans are like looking at them with this disgusting look right now. So they are going to kill the Browns to kind of as a method of bouncing back and getting their fans hyped up again. And it's a great game to do it because the Browns are a stinky pile of trash. No offense, Brown fans. The Browns are terrible right now. I don't know what's going on over there, but they're just terrible. So that's all I have to say about that game. Eagles at the Colts. Now, last week, I did my review before the Eagles-Commanders game was played. And a lot of people, whoever watches my videos and whatever, are going to be like, you freaking idiot. You said the Commanders were going to lose by a shitload to the Eagles, and they beat them. Well, first off, let's notice the turnovers in the Eagles game, and let's remember that the game was basically sold by penalties at the end. The referees went retard, and they just sold the game. I still think the Eagles are a very good team. At the Colts could be a difficult place to play at. Now, the Colts are pretty bad, but I think the Eagles they'll make some turnovers, they'll make some mistakes, but the Colts are a pretty easy team to maintain. They're not that good this year, and I think the Eagles will continue to win. Jets at Patriots, another game that could be a snow game. I have no idea. But the Patriots are a mess. Mac Jones sucks. The Jets are on fire right now. They have beaten the Bills. They've upset multiple teams. That one guy on the defense, like, he is crazy. He is running over the league right now. I'm going to say the Jets will take it by 10, considering it's at the Patriots, but the Jets will take it. I'm honestly loving the New York Jets right now. Like, obviously, I don't really like any New York teams and whatnot. I don't even like the Bills. But, like, the Jets have been so bad for so long. It's kind of nice to see them actually do something. It is a little bit of a change, as well as the Patriots. They kind of flipped spots. But we got the Rams at the Saints. So this was a difficult one. Normally, I try to base a lot of my stuff off of the team's loss the week before and how they're going to respond in the next game. Well, both of these teams took bad losses, and both of them are looking to respond. So this one could really go either way. Both of these teams are a hot pile of shit. Now, the Saints played pretty close to the Cardinals, whereas the Rams didn't. But if we're being real, the Cardinals-Rams game was an injury fest. It was injured reserve versus injured reserve. Like, it was crazy. So, with that being said, I don't know if any Rams players are coming back. It looks like Cooper Kupp really fucked himself up. He might really be hurt. So that is a major loss. I don't know about Matthew Stafford, but if the Rams don't have Stafford in, like, they're not going to win this game, if I'm being perfectly honest. 19 points is nice. The Saints, they love to make a lot of mistakes on offense, like interceptions and whatnot, but I think they'll be able to maintain it. This Rams offense is probably not going to do a whole lot. This might even contain some defensive points. Rams at Saints, I love you too myself. Lions at the Giants. I have the Lions playing this one really close, but the Giants still winning. I would love to say I have the Lions winning this one, but with them barely escaping with the victory against the Bears. And I just can't say the Lions are going to win this one. The Lions they're the best, worst team in the league right now. Originally, I thought it was the Texans, but the Texans have kind of been playing a lot worse. And after all, the game that I kind of gave them some hope was against the Raiders, who the Raiders are also pretty terrible right now. But the Lions have been recovering offensively. They've been making plays on the defense. And the Giants, I believe they are heavily overrated. They are barely sneaking by games by like 3 points or 6 points and whatnot every single game. I'm still going to give it to the Giants, but I'm going to say the Lions are going to make them walk out of their own field with their pants down. Dude, the Rams at the Saints again. I did not want to change the title, apparently. Panthers at the Ravens. This one's going to be a blowout. I believe the Ravens are actually an underlooked team right now. They're playing at a very good level right now, and they're not getting a whole lot of respect for it. Whereas the Panthers have been beating up teams in their conference and really butting heads with bad teams in their conference. So I just don't see the Panthers competing in this game. I see the Ravens taking this as a way to make a statement, just like the Bengals did. Commanders at Texans. Commanders, they barely snuck away with the victory against the Eagles. Stupid win for them. I'm saying the Texans are going to take this one as a form of punishment from the league. You get handed the victory by the refs. You get handed it against the number one team in the league, and now you're going to go lose to the fucking worst. That's how it's going to be. Sorry, Commanders fans, but you guys lucked out of that game. The Texans are going to cop the dub. The Raiders at the Broncos. I hate watching the Broncos games right now, honestly. They are so terrible. The Raiders are centimeters away from winning so many games. They are just on the verge. Raiders are going to kill it. The Raiders, this could be a fucking snow game. Denver, it loves to snow in Colorado all the time. So this could be a snow game. But if it isn't, we've seen what Derek Carr and Davante Adams can do. We've seen the offense be really powerful sometimes. We've also seen him suck. But Russell Wilson and the Broncos are just a heaping pile of shit. They suck, and they are so terrible to watch. It's a conference game at the Broncos. That could be a difference in the game, but I just think the Raiders are going to beat them up. Cowboys at the Vikings. This is going to be the game of the week. This is the big game of the week. I have the Vikings taking it. Honestly, this game could go either way. I'm basing it off the fact that it's at the Vikings, and the Vikings right now, I believe they're the best team in the league. Arguable with the Eagles. We've seen the Eagles do some great stuff, but a loss against the Commanders is not nice. I don't even remember who the Vikings lost to. I think they barely lost to somebody. They barely lost to oh no, they got killed by the Eagles. So you know what? That game, that could go either way, but really from what we've seen from the Vikings, we've seen them play teams very tough. The Bills were thought to be the best team in the league, and the Vikings managed to pull off the win in that absolute shit show. I don't know if you call that insane football or just what the fuck football like. But the Cowboys, I believe they're overrated. We've saw the Packers beat them, and then the Packers just got beaten by the Titans. So, like, the Cowboys have actually impressed me more than anything. I thought the Cowboys were going to be a very bad team, but that second string came in or whatever, and the Cowboys won games. But I think the Vikings are going to win this one nonetheless. Justin Jefferson and Kirky Cousins. Bengals at the Steelers. I'm going to give this one to the Bengals, but hey, man, Kenny Pickett at home. I don't know if this is going to be a snow game or whatever. I don't even know if it snows in Pittsburgh or not. I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty sure it does. But Bengals at Steelers. I think Kenny Pickett he's getting better. The team's improving, but the Bengals are the Bengals right now. I think they're still just going to take it, whether it's Joe Mixon going crazy or Joe Burrow. Chiefs at the Chargers, another game of the week, or so you could call it. I believe the Chargers have been a very big disappointment this year, and I believe the Chiefs have kind of been disappointing me too, playing games down to the wire. So I'm going to have the Chiefs barely taking this one by 3. At Chargers, Justin Herbert has got to play a good team close. Otherwise, he is just going to get obliterated by the media that he refuses to talk to. 49ers at the Cardinals, last game of the week. I would go biased, but after watching last week, I get it was injured reserve, playing injured reserve. I don't know why Kyler was out, whether he's hurt or whatever, but I'm going to say the 49ers are going to take this. 49ers are just a better team, whether it's at the Cardinals or not. 49ers are a better team all around. And the Cardinals have really blown this season. They were so good last year, blew it last year, and now they're just bad per usual. But that is it for my NFL Week 11 predictions. Let me know what you think about the predictions in the comments. I kind of speed ran this because I just want to post a video, just want to keep the content going. And yeah, that's it for me. Adios.